Hi, my name's Monica and I'm here to show you how to make a chunky blanket. You won't need any knitting needles or crochet hooks. You just need your hands. So first of all, just to let you know a little bit about myself, I am a wife, mother, and grandmother, live in Roswell, Georgia, and have always loved crafting. I used to make jewelry. I have just learned how to knit with needles, but this was one of my first projects I learned, and it's just been fun. I've made probably 5 blankets. They're easy, they're not expensive to make, and they make great gifts, or you can just keep them for yourselves. So before I start, let me show you the ingredients, actually the materials you'll need. I thought I was cooking because I do like to cook as well. The materials you'll need. Chunky yarn, like super chunky yarn. You can get this at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Walmart. Comes in a variety of different colors and sizes as well. So usually with sizes this big that I got at Walmart, you'll need about 6 skeins. Each one of these is called a skein. So you'll need 6 of them. You can do it all in one color. You can do 2 colors, 3 colors, whatever you like. I'm going to show you how to do it with one color for right now, but I'll show you how to join yarns, and that's exactly what you'll do when you do more than one color. So I'm going to show you a finished one that I have that I've kept for myself. It's right here. Super soft, cozy. It's more of a throw than like a full-size blanket, but as you can see, I did 2 colors. And again, super easy. All you need to do is change colors, but you'd have to do that anyway because one of these is obviously not enough. So you'll have to join 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So I'll show you in just a sec. So the first thing you do is I'm going to actually use this variegated chunky yarn. Super cool. It's got all these different colors. And what you'll do is you'll need to start with a base. So it's usually for a throw of the size that I just showed you, it's usually about 17 to 20 links, which I'll show you how to do in just a second. For this abbreviated video, am going to do 10, just to let you know how it all goes. First thing you'll need to do, and I'm going to try to do this as best I can so that you can follow along, is you take your yarn, you're going to make a slip knot. So you're going to actually put it on your finger and wrap it again. You're going to take the back loop, go to the front loop, and then grab the other loop and pull through. And it makes a knot, makes a slip knot. I'm going to do that one more time for you, okay? You're going to put your finger out, you're going to loop. And see how you have 2 loops? You're going to take the back loop, put it in front of the other loop, then take this loop and pull this one through. And there you go. Takes a little practice, but it's pretty easy. And there's lots of other videos that'll show you how to do it as well on YouTube. So once you have that, you're going to lay your yarn down. Make sure that your tail, which is the one that you started with, is not the yarn that you're going to work with. So here's this one. You're going to lay it down, and I will pick things up so you can see them. And you're going to take the yarn that you're working with, grab it with your fingers, and just pull through. So now I have 2 loops. I have my original loop and another loop. You're going to do that again. So you're going to grab through your loop, you're going to grab the working yarn and pull it through. And now you have 3 links. Do it again. Is 4 links, 5 links, 6, 7, 8. I'll show you this one a little bit slower. Again, go through this, grab your working yarn, pull through. You got a link. That's 9. And again, for these purposes, I'm just going to do 10, so it goes a little bit faster for us. So right now we have 10 loops. And if you can see, there's a top part where my finger's going through and a bottom loop. So we're going to be working with the top loop to grow our blanket. So now with this being put down and the yarn in front of you, you are going to take your working yarn again and you've got this loop right here. You're going to, again, put your fingers through. Your fingers are acting like needles, but you're using your hands, which is awesome. You're gonna put your fingers through. You're going to grab that one that's laying on the table, and you're gonna pull through. And now we are growing, going up instead of side to side. So again, you're going to go to your next loop, which is right here, and you're gonna pull up. And give yourself some slack, like make them loose so that you can get your fingers through, you can pull your yarn through. Sometimes the difficult thing is to actually know where to put your fingers through and pick up the yarn. If you look closely, you'll see your next loop is just right next to it, and always the top loop, not the bottom. So put your fingers again through the top loop, and you're going to grab your yarn and pull through. So now we've got 3 loops. I'm just gonna go to my next loop, again, pull and up. And if you can see, and if you can show you a little bit better, there's my 4 loops. So I'm gonna keep going just a little bit longer and go to the end of the row, and I'll show you how to start a new row. Super easy, right? All right, let me go to the next one, pick it up. I have another loop, pick up one more loop, and I'm at the end. So I'm gonna find that little loop again, grab my yarn with my fingers, and now look what we have. I'll show you. So now we've got the base loop, which goes horizontally, and then the vertical ones up and down are the start of your blanket or your throw, which is awesome. So now to start again, easy peasy, move the yarn to the other side so it's a working yarn. Here's this again. What do? Put our fingers through our loop and pull through. One more time, put fingers through the loop, pull through. And it's amazing how fast it goes, how easy it is. Now I will tell you, it's easy, but don't go too fast, because if you happen to miss one of these loops, and let's say I skip this one and go to this one by mistake, when you're done, you're gonna have a hole in your blanket. So take your time. It's not a race. It's a fun project that you can just relax. You know you're gonna have something super cool when you're done, and it's easy. So here we go, one more time. There you go. Let me see where my other loop is. It is right here. Let me pull through. And I have another loop right here, and let me pull that one through again. And then here's my last loop for that row, and I'll show you again what it looks like. And look at it growing. It's really cool. And it's really cool on the back side as well, because you can see the different stitches, and they look a little different from the front to the back. If any of you are knitters, this is like knitting, and the back side is like purling. So 2 different stitches in knitting. Again, the cool thing is you don't need any supplies except for your yarn and your fingers. And easy peasy, there we go. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go one more row and up. And again, here's my loop. Don't forget that top loop, pull through, top loop, pull through. What do? Top loop and pull through. And seriously, this is all it is, all the way up your blanket. And almost done with another row. How great is this? Here we go, end of one row. And again, if you were making a full-size blanket, it's gonna be double this. So I did 10, I would literally do 20. And that's, again, how many I did to start this one and to do this one all the way through. So let me just keep going. I'm gonna do a couple more rows for you so you can really get the hang of it as I'm doing it. Here's my loop, 2 fingers, thumb and your index finger, and pull through. And what do we do again? We pull through. All right, look how good that looks. Oh my goodness. All righty, here we go. And we are putting our fingers through and pulling through. We just finished, boy, that was about 4 rows. So what I'm gonna do next, after I finish this row, is I'm gonna actually show you how to change a skein of yarn. Let's say you are done with this whole thing. And another note, when I do multiple colors, I will do, let's say I'm doing white and red. Let's say I want to start with white. So I'll do all the white and I will finish the white yarn and always finish it at the end of a row. Once you're done, even if there's enough that you can do a half a row, you don't really want to do that because you really want to finish at the end. So you finish at the end, you cut it, and then you take your new yarn, let's say you want to do red next, and you join it. And that's what I'm going to show you in a second. So that's the really cool thing about doing it all in one color or changing colors. You're always going to have to join your yarn. Again, it's a simple knot. I'll show you in a little bit. So what am I going to do? Take my yarn to the other side and start working the next row. All right, there's another one. And there's my third loop. Again, take your fingers through, index and your thumb, pull your yarn through, and see how loose my loops are. You can do them tighter once you know how to do this and you get a little bit more comfortable with it. And it forms a tighter knit blanket, knit using your fingers, blanket. If you like the looser, it looks awesome as well. Either one works, it's your preference. All right, almost done with my, there's my loop. See, sometimes you gotta look for it. And then my last one. And I'm gonna reach over, grab my scissors. So let's say I'm gonna change colors now. So again, I'm going to take this yarn and I'm gonna leave, I'd say probably, I don't know, 10 inches? That's a good, so actually cut it. There you go. And then you're gonna go, uh-oh, now what do we do? So let's say I'm gonna do, let me open the red for us. Let's say I wanna do red. I'm a Georgia fan and a Falcon fan, so these colors actually work. So you take the red, and here's this. I'm gonna try to get a little closer for you. So here's the two that you need. On this one, right now, I'm actually gonna cut it a little bit shorter. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 inches. So you're gonna take the red, you're going to wrap it once, and you're going to wrap it again, and wrap it again. I'll do it one more time for you. So you're gonna take this tail that you just cut off and the new yarn that you're starting, and you wrap it once, you wrap it again, and sometimes I'll wrap it again. So 3 wraps, and see how you can see it? 1, 2, 3, the reds. Then you pull all the way through. You're going to just make a simple knot right now. And I pull pretty tightly so this gets close enough to my work. And you'll see in a second. So here it is. And here's my last loop. So you want your next loop to be red. So you need to pull this as close as you can. And when you pull these tight, it's actually because we've wrapped it 3 times, going to make it pretty sturdy, not to unravel. Now, when you pull these, be really careful. You want to pull and tug, but not too hard because you can break it. If you break it, not really that big of a deal, but you'd rather not. So we do that, and then now we're ready to start our red, okay? This we will later weave in, you won't even tell. So now I'm gonna put my working yarn to my right side because I'm working left to right now, so I have to move my yarn. I'm gonna again, index and thumb, and pull the red through, pull the red through, pull the red through. It's so pretty. I hope you're enjoying this. It is a really fun, relaxing project. Here's this. There we go. And I'll show you again. What do we do? Thumb and index, and make sure you have enough slack on your yarn so you can make a good size loop, and you pull through. And my last one on that row, we pull through. If sometimes they're a little loose, they can come out, but just, you'll see it because here it is. I wish I could show you there we go, just a little better. So that's the start of the red. I'll do a couple more rows. If you're following along and I'm going too fast, I apologize. You'll be able to rewind this and watch it again. But it's easy and fun. So let's try that again. So now I have my loop, That was my first loop on the second row of red. I'm actually gonna tighten that one up a little bit. It's a little loose. And then here's another one. And here's this one. And index forefinger, pull it through. You hear my dog, her name's Callie. She's a great dog. She's a rescue. She is a Border Collie Terrier mix, loves to go for long walks with us. And you know, I forgot to mention this. This is a great project to do now that we're all at home and really need to stay at home. If you don't have your yarns in home, that's okay. Order them online. They'll get here, you know, 3, 5, 7 days. And once they're here, you can start your project. But that's why I love to knit. I can just knit at home. Been doing a lot of cooking, catching up on some TV shows. So again, another cool project for you to do. And look at that. I'm gonna turn it this way. Look how cool that is. So I'm gonna do the last row and I'll show you how to finish it off, although we're not quite finished because of course, this is just a sample. So here we go again, going other rows. Here we go. Index forefinger, here I am again. Pull through. Index forefinger, pull through. One more time. And one more time. Okay, last stitch on this row. Here's this, you're going to pull through. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to leave ourselves some yarn here and we're going to finish it off. So you want a nice clean edge when you finish. Let me show you again. See how pretty this looks? In real knitting, as far as using needles, it's called a cast off. But here we're gonna do it with our fingers and it is called a cast off and super easy to do. So what you're gonna do is you're going to put your working yarn to your left because now you're gonna work right to left. And this is a little bit more complicated, but not really. You're going to take this and you're gonna pull one through going that way instead of up. So see how I'm going this way? And instead of working up, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna pull this one through your next loop. And it kind of forms a chain going across. And then here's this one. I'm going to find the next loop and I'm gonna pull it through. And look what's happening. See if you can see it. And that's gonna form your finished edge. So right here, I'm going to find my next loop and I'm going to pull it through. On the last row that you make, you wanna make sure that your loops that are going upward are big enough so that you don't get a real tight edge. Because if you do, it'll just kind of squinch the blanket a little and it won't look quite right. So I kind of forgot to do that on this one, but I think it's still gonna work. Because you can stretch it a little and you can kind of maneuver that yarn the way you want it. Okay, I'm almost at the end. And then I'm right here. I hope you guys can see this well. Here's my last one. I'm gonna pull it through. And then with the yarn that I have from that other, I'm just gonna pull this through and then we're gonna weave that. So I'm gonna cut this, again, probably leaving a 6-inch tail or so. Let's do, that's about right. And then all you need to do when you're done is you're gonna weave this in with your hands. You're gonna, and by weaving, this is what I mean. You're gonna go maybe down one and staying in the color that you are. So in the red, I'm gonna go through another loop, maybe down one more loop. And all you're doing right here is you're just securing the end so it doesn't unravel. So I would do that maybe 3 to 4 times, just going in and out, up and down, different loops. And believe me, with this chunky yarn, you won't tell where you started and where you ended. Once you're done, I do make a little knot right here, and that's what I'm doing, because I've weaved about 3 to 4 stitches. So right here, I'm making a little knot. I'm just smushing it all together, and I'm actually gonna cut that. And look, you can't even tell where it is. It's so forgiving. And you're gonna do this very same thing on the other side. So I'm not gonna do that, but I want to show you how easy. So this is the wrong side again, that's kind of cool, but this is the right side of it. And it's gonna grow and grow, and you'll see the stitches, like you can actually See your stitches right here. Those are all knit stitches that you guys did with your hands. How easy and fun is that? I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed talking to everybody. If you need anything, I think I can post some directions or answer any questions once this is posted. I'd be happy to do that. And enjoy your day. Stay safe, stay healthy. Please, please, please stay home and let's get over this. And once this is all over, we'll have a big party. So thanks so much.